Kansas City Chiefs, 27. The Denver Broncos, 24. In the final game of the 2017 season. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kansas City Chiefs fans, wide of all ages, we took a glimpse of the future of the Kansas City Chiefs, and it looks pretty damn good. Keep in mind, Patrick Mahomes played 0 snaps this entire year, including the preseason, without Tyreek Hill, without Travis Kelce. And all those highlights from the preseason, Patrick Mahomes had no snaps with Kelce or Tyreek Hill. Today, with the makeshift offensive line, with his third string center, with Anthony Sherman as his main running back, a fullback, Patrick Mahomes wins the game. Let's go to crunch time. Tyler Bray gets into the game, Chiefs up 14. He quickly fumbles his first NFL snap. Well, shit. Broncos are back in the game. Tyler Bray tries to throw a pass, next drive incomplete. Broncos got all the momentum. Drive down the field for a touchdown. The game's tied with 2.5 minutes left. Patrick Mahomes has been cooling off for about 10 minutes, just sitting there thinking his day was done. But Andy Reid said, nope, I got to put you back in. So Patrick Mahomes has got to get his mind right. He's got to come back into the game. There was so much pressure on Patrick at that time. A lot of NFL quarterbacks who made their debut have never been put in an environment like Patrick Mahomes was put in. So with 2.5 minutes left, Chiefs are at their own 21-yard line with the game tied. First play, Mahomes is sacked for a 7-yard loss back to the 14. Now it's the 2-minute warning. Broncos have all the momentum. 2nd and 17 at your own 14-yard line with 2 minutes left. Mahomes hits Albert Wilson then for 17 yards. The Broncos take a timeout. Now it's 3rd and 3. 1 minute and 52 seconds left in the game. Mahomes reads the defense. He sees the Broncos players jumped off sides. Mahomes throws all the way down the field. Incomplete. But the smart thing Mahomes did was he knew he had a free play, and he knew he had a first down. So the next snap, Mahomes gets the snap on the left hash mark, runs clear ass to the right hash mark, 25 yards to his right. When you think he's going to throw it out of bounds, what does he do? He takes the football and he throws 12 yards off balance, off foot, off his back foot, off sideways, turn, threw it 12 yards on the money to Demarcus Robinson. Keep in mind, folks, that's a hell of a play that not too many quarterbacks can make. He later hits out Albert Wilson for to continue the drive on a couple more plays. Let's just go right to these stats. Patrick Mahomes was 22 of 35 for 284 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Patrick Mahomes looked like a rookie on that second drive. He overthrew DeAnthony Thomas. Safety was there. But it's his first NFL start. Come on. You're going to have an interception. Albert Wilson was so clutch. He had 10 catches, 147 yards. He was clutch on that last drive. Patrick Mahomes was money. Jared Goff of the Los Angeles Rams, Carson Wentz of the Philadelphia Eagles last year were top 10 drafted quarterbacks. They all played the entire season and struggled. Rams were like 5-11 with Goff. The Eagles were 7-9 with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz and Jared Goff had an entire season to grow as a rookie quarterback. Patrick Mahomes got 1 game. Yes, he looked like a rookie on a couple plays, but at crunch time, when the game mattered the most, did he look like a rookie? Did he look lost? I tell you what, when Tyler Bray joined the Chiefs in 2013, Patrick Mahomes was a senior in high school in Whitewater, Texas. Keep that in mind. Patrick Mahomes was a senior in high school during Alex Smith and Tyler Bray's first tenure here. And what did Patrick Mahomes look like, a rookie, in crunch time? He went down, got the game-winning field goal. Not to mention the numerous plays that you saw during the game of Patrick Mahomes. Go to Red Tribe Cinema on Facebook and Twitter. Clay Wendler. Follow the gifts that he has out there of Patrick Mahomes plays. Watch his growing maturation process that Patrick Mahomes had to experience his first game as a rookie. This is it. He didn't get an entire season to stumble all over himself like Jared Goff. He didn't get an entire rookie season to play and learn like Carson Wentz. Patrick Mahomes is the man, and he proved it today. I'm not going to turn this to Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes debate, because Alex Smith is our starting quarterback. We're going to ride it out through 2017. But a fun stat to think about. Patrick Mahomes in his NFL career is 1-0 when the opposition scores 24 points. Alex Smith is 9 wins, 42 losses, and 1 tie when the opposition scores 24 points. Keep in mind, 24 points. Patrick Mahomes is 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a lot of argument about bringing Alex Smith back next year in some capacity. To those, they just say, oh my gosh, Shaggy, we cannot let go of Alex Smith after this season. We cannot let go of Alex Smith after this season. He's having his best season as an NFL career. He's a number 1 rated quarterback in completion percentages over Tom Brady. He's that damn good. We just can't let go of Alex Smith after that. We just can't. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you can. Because in 1990, Steve DeBerg had 23 touchdowns and 4 interceptions for the Kansas City Chiefs, led the Chiefs to the playoffs. The Chiefs brought him back the next year. He looked just like he did the years before 1990. He looked average at best. Was Steve DeBerg tough as hell? Yeah, but he never had another season where he could prove that he was worthy of continuing past 1991. The Chiefs should have got rid of him after the 1990 season, but we all said, wow, we can't let go of Steve DeBerg. He passed 23 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Let's go from 1990 to 2000. Elvis Grbac passed for over 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns. Passed for over 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns. The Chiefs knew, hey, Grbac had a great season, but we just don't feel he's the man to run Dick Vermeil's offense. We let him go. It was a smart thing to do. A year later, Elvis Grbac retired. He played 1 year with Baltimore and retired. Let's go 10 years after that. We just went from 1990 to 2000. Let's go to 2010. Matt Castle passed for 27 touchdowns. Led the Chiefs to a division title. Oh my gosh, he's so great. He got in the playoffs and blew it. The Ravens kicked his ass. A year and a half after that playoff loss, there was flyovers to bench Matt Castle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what I'm saying to all the people that think Alex Smith should come back next year, there's no reason to believe that he's going to continue that success. He's going to be 34 years old. The Chiefs traded 17 spots to get Patrick Mahomes. There's no reason to keep Alex Smith next year. We're going to get some good trade value from him. Let's hope that he can go far in the playoffs and get good trade value. Because if you think bringing Alex Smith back next year to have him play, to start over Mahomes, not. Alex Smith, in his NFL career, his biggest game as a Kansas City Chief, as I mentioned last week, was a home game against Pittsburgh in January. Listen to this, folks. Lynn Dawson, Joe Montana are the only two NFL Chiefs quarterbacks, are the only 2 Chiefs quarterbacks in history to take the Chiefs the AFC Championship game. All Alex Smith had to do was win 1 home game last year against Pittsburgh, and he's in the category with Lynn Dawson, Joe Montana. Win 1 home game, Alex. Win 1 freaking home game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alex Smith couldn't do it. He blew it. And since he lost that game against Pittsburgh, that's when Brett Veach jumped up and said, hey, I've been watching this kid at Texas Tech for 2 years. We need to push for him. Brett Veach told me that himself in training camp. He said, Shaggy, Patrick Mahomes is 2 years in the making. And I turned to Brett Veach and I said, Brett, are you telling me that we're going to have to wait 2 years for Patrick Mahomes to play? He said, no. I've been watching. I've been scouting Patrick Mahomes for 2 years and get ready to be surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to take that to heart because that is the way it is. Patrick Mahomes is the man. There is no way in hell that Alex Smith is returning next year. So let's enjoy this ride. Let's enjoy this ride. We got Tennessee next week in the playoffs. Alex Smith has to win 2 games now to get in the category of Lynn Dawson and Joe Montana to be the only 1 of 3 quarterbacks to go to the AFC Championship game. Alex Smith has to beat Tennessee. Then he has to go to Pittsburgh or New England to be 1 of 3 quarterbacks in franchise history to take the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game. That's what you got to hope he can do. I'm hoping. I'm going to be there with my homie, Nick Gillespie. We're going to be there in Section 110, where I sat for 21 years as a season ticket holder, where I plan on getting my season tickets back once Patrick Mahomes is the starting quarterback next year. I'll be back at every game watching Mr. Mahomes sling that sucker. But we're going to be putting our faith in Alex Smith. Beat Tennessee. Then go to either New England or Pittsburgh and beat them and be 1 of 3 quarterbacks to take the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game. That is what you got to do, buddy. But for Patrick Mahomes, ladies and gentlemen, this is something to celebrate. This is something to be excited about. This is something to be freaking stoked about. Patrick Mahomes is the man. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of the way he played. Let me give shouts to my Facebook family who went out to Denver for today's game. Jeff BBJ Dupree, love you, buddy. Love the video you shot. Jackie Jordan Cornwell, Joy Ditchett. Man, you guys are awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you all 3 at Arrowhead Stadium next week for the playoff game. Ladies and gentlemen, it starts. Your Chiefs got a bright future with a stud freaking quarterback and a trip to the playoffs in front of the loudest stadium in the National Football League. That's right. It is Arrowhead Stadium. We're ready to cheer. Alex Smith, don't let us down. Don't let us down. I walked 2 miles after the playoff loss with the fake Andy Reid and the Amish outlaw Noah Kaufman after that playoff loss, and our feelings as we vented about Alex Smith. And yes, Saggy69, I know you, Steve. I know you're watching me on YouTube. You were with me. Thanks for those tickets, dude. That was really cool. But this is the deal. We vented because Alex Smith blew it in the playoffs. Alex, win next week. Just freaking win 1 home game, even though we're going to trade you. Even though this is your farewell tour. You had an awesome season, just like Steve DeBerg did in 1990, just like Elvis Grbac did in 2000, just like Matt Castle did in 2010. Yes, Alex, you had a good season, just like DeBerg, just like Grbac, and just like Castle. But now it's a short drive out of town because Patrick Mahomes is going to take over, and we're stoked. Alex, beat Tennessee next weekend, and we'll talk about your next trip to either Pittsburgh or New England. Let the farewell for Alex Smith tour continue. It's going to kick some ass next week. We're going to cheer. We're going to yell. We're going to raise hell. I'm proud of my Chiefs family. Tony Bud, James Ingram, BC, Bubba, the Brit Chief. Check out Brit Chief. He flew all the way from England, man. The United Kingdom to watch the Chiefs this year. I love you, Brit Chief. I love you guys. Let's kick some ass. Tennessee, you're next on the schedule. You came to the wrong place. You probably wish you were going to Jacksonville because we're kicking your ass. See you in the playoff next week. Love you guys. Happy New Year. Go Chiefs.